It's a full Yorker. Ganguly expected the bouncer. It was a double blow.
Welcome, cricket fanatics.
The ball has rushed away for 4 byes. India win by 7 wickets.
Buckle up for a journey back in time to 1986, a year that witnessed a glorious chapter unfold in Indian cricket history. This wasn't your average tour of England. It was a watershed moment, a giant leap forward that redefined Indian cricket on the global stage. We'll revisit this historic series, relive the nail-biting moments, and celebrate the heroes who rewrote the narrative of Indian cricket dominance. So, grab some snacks, settle in, and get ready to be transported back to a time when belief triumphed over tradition and India conquered the fortress called Lords. Setting the stage, the mid-1980s were a crucible for Indian cricket. Kapil Dev, the firebrand all-rounder, had assumed the captaincy, inheriting a squad brimming with talent. Yet, translating that ability into victories on foreign soil, particularly in England, remained a significant hurdle. Lords, the revered ground steeped in cricketing history, had never witnessed an Indian triumph. It was a fortress that awaited its inevitable siege, and a young Indian team, hungry for glory, was poised to answer the call. The heroes. Leading the charge was Kapil Dev, a fiery captain whose indomitable spirit rubbed off on his team. His all-round skill set, devastating fast bowling and explosive batting made him a formidable opponent. Dilip Vengsarkar, the elegant colonel, was a batting mainstay, his runs providing crucial stability at the top of the order. The pace attack was spearheaded by Chetan Sharma, whose ability to swing the ball both ways bamboozled the English batsmen, and Roger Binney, whose deceptively quick medium pace and knack for timely wickets made him a constant threat. This Indian squad wasn't just brimming with talent, they were driven, united by a fierce determination to create history and rewrite the narratives surrounding Indian cricket on the global stage. The Test Series, the 3-match Test Series, kicked off on a crisp English morning, the air buzzing with anticipation. Captain Kapil Dev, ever the shrewd leader, opted to field first, hoping to exploit any early moisture on the pitch. England, boasting a strong batting lineup, got off to a decent start, their batsmen looking to capitalize on the early conditions. However, the Indian bowlers, led by the fiery pace of Chetan Sharma, weren't about to be outdone. Sharma, with his trademark swing and relentless aggression, spearheaded the bowling attack, weaving a web around the English batsmen. His efforts were rewarded with a magnificent 5-wicket haul, restricting England to a total of 294, a score that India, with their newfound confidence, believed they could chase down. Test 1, Lords creates history. In reply, India displayed grit and determination rarely seen in touring teams of the past. Dilip Vengsarkar's classy century, 126, provided the backbone, his flawless stroke play defying the challenging English conditions. The bowlers, inspired by their batters, then ran riot. Kapil Dev, with his relentless pace and aggression, and Maninder Singh, with his beguiling left-arm spin, reduced England to a paltry 180. Although the chase for a modest 134 started shakily, with wickets falling at regular intervals, the skipper, Kapil Dev, 23, and his trusted lieutenant, Ravi Shastri, 20, held their nerve. Their defiant partnership sealed a historic 5-wicket win at Lords, a first for India and a seismic shift in the global cricket landscape. This victory sent shockwaves throughout the cricketing world. It wasn't merely a series-opening win, it was proof that India could compete fearlessly and win against the best, even on the hallowed grounds of their fiercest rivals. Test 2. Birmingham delivers domination. Buoyed by the euphoria of their Lord's conquest, India marched into the second test at Birmingham with an unwavering belief in their abilities. Their dominance unfolded from the very first session. Roger Binney, the unassuming all-rounder, weaved his magic spell, 5x40, dismantling the English batting lineup for a meager 102 runs. This early advantage was further solidified by the imperious Dilip Vengsarkar. His second century of the series, 102, showcased his exquisite timing and temperament, leaving the Indian bowlers with a mammoth lead. Though England displayed some grit in their second innings, their resistance couldn't withstand the relentless pressure exerted by the Indian bowling attack. The series win was all but sealed, as India secured a convincing 279-run victory, further etching their names in cricketing history. Test 3. Edgebaston ends with a draw. The final test at Edgebaston unfolded as a low-scoring battle of attrition. Stepping up to the crease first, India displayed a more cautious approach, building a respectable total of 400 runs. Their batsmen prioritized patience and resilience, navigating the challenging swing bowling conditions with grit. However, the bowlers, who had spearheaded India's dominance in the previous tests, couldn't quite replicate their earlier brilliance. The English batsmen, led by a determined display of defensive technique, dug their heels in. Although wickets continued to fall at regular intervals, England's lower order showed commendable resolve, frustrating the Indian bowling attack. With time running out and the pitch offering increasing assistance to the spinners, both teams settled for a hard-fought draw, bringing the curtain down on a historic test series. A series win for the ages. With a 2-0 series win, India had achieved the unthinkable. They had conquered the fortress called Lords and established themselves as a force to be reckoned with. This victory not only etched their names in history, but also instilled a winning belief in the team that would pay dividends in the years to come. The Texico Trophy, a bonus for India, the tour wasn't over yet. 2 Texico Trophy ODIs followed the tests. The first match saw India chase down a target of 206 with ease, thanks to half-centuries from Chris Srikanth and Mohammad Azharuddin. However, England bounced back in the second ODI, posting a mammoth 254 runs. India fell short by 22 runs, despite a valiant 84 from Ravi Shastri. Texico Trophy, a bonus for India. While the ODI series ended level, India emerged winners of the Texico Trophy due to their superior run rate across the 2 matches. It was a fitting cherry on top for an already remarkable tour. The players who shone. Let's delve deeper into some of the individual performances that cemented this historic triumph. Dilip Vengsarkar. The Colonel Vengsarkar was unstoppable in this series. He piled up 360 runs, including back-to-back centuries, and rightly earned the Player of the Series title. Roger Binny, the all-rounder. Not just his devastating spell in the second test, Binny contributed crucial runs with the bat throughout the series. Chetan Sharma, swing master. This tireless seamer took 16 wickets during the tests, constantly unsettling the English batsmen with his pace and movement. Impact on Indian cricket, this 1986 win in England, was more than just a series victory. Its true importance lies in its far-reaching impact: self-belief. The biggest takeaway was the self-belief it instilled in Indian players. They realized they could win on foreign soil, even against the very best. Rise of youngsters. Players like Chandrakant Pandit and Kiran Moore emerged during this tour, indicating the depth of talent in Indian cricket. Future success. This series win laid the foundation for future overseas victories. It marked the beginning of a new era where India was no longer afraid to challenge the established cricketing world order. Back home in India, this triumph sparked joyous celebrations. Cricket fans were ecstatic, and this historic tour inspired a new generation of young cricketers. The 1986 series win was proof that India could beat the world at its own game. So, that was the story of how India in 1986 made history in England. It was a tour filled with grit, determination, and extraordinary talent. And as we've seen, it ignited a fire that continues to burn bright in Indian cricket even today. Thank you for joining me on this trip down memory lane. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time, goodbye.